Good morning. Okay, tayo ng discussion natin. Tayo ay nasa module 2. So module 2 is about distribution transformer applications. Okay. So a brief overview. So ano ba yung transformers? So ang AC transformers are one of the keys to allowing widespread distribution of electric power as we see it today. Okay, so ang kasi noon, 'di ba? Kung alam niyo, merong DC versus AC. So eventually nanalo yung AC dahil na sa advantage niya na tawag dyan, you can convert electricity from higher voltage to low voltage and vice versa. So ang transformer, so sabi dito, so transformers efficiently convert electricity to higher voltage for long distance transmission and back down to low voltages suitable for customer usage. So ito ang naging ang ito yung naging susi para yung AC ang ginagamit natin ngayon. So hindi natin ginagamit yung AC, yung DC kasi hindi siya nako-convert to higher voltage for transmission. So ang AC kasi you can convert your low voltage to high voltage for transmission and then pabalik sa low voltage para magamit ng customer. So yun ang naging advantage ng AC. Unlike kay DC, wala man tayong DC transformers. Meron lang tayo AC transformers. So ang di-discuss natin dito is about distribution transformers. So the distribution transformer normally serves as the final transition to the customer and it often provides a local grounding reference. So in most distribution circuits or feeders, we have hundreds of distribution transformers. Okay, so that is uh, our overview. So yan ang transformers. So mamaya discuss natin kung ano pa uh, a more deep discussion ng transformers. So ang contents ng module ninyo, module 2 is first discuss muna natin yung transformers, yung mga parts niyan at iba pa. And then second is distribution transformers. So ito yung discuss natin mainly ng distribution transformers kasi we have different types of transformers. Meron tayong power transformers. Ang power transformers, yan yung nasa substations. Okay? And then distribution transformers, yung dito na sa atin, sa papunta na sa customer. And then we discuss single phase transformers. Okay? Siyempre, kung may single phase transformers, we also have three phase transformers. So yan lang yan siya. And then nagsama ako dito ng tests on transformers. We have open circuit test, tapos short circuit test, and last, yung transformer voltage drop. Yung transformer voltage drop, kasi ang transformer mo meron yang voltage drop. Hindi yan yung output niya, sabihin natin na from 7,620, okay, from 7,620, hindi yan lalabas na 240 minsan. Meron kasi yung voltage drop sa loob, depending on some parameters. Okay? So learning outcomes. So what are expected after this module? So first, you should explain the importance and applications of distribution transformers, and then identify the types of distribution transformers according to installation and protection, and identify the different transformer single phase and three phase connections, and last, solve problems involving tests and voltage drop of transformers. Okay, so we proceed now to transformers. So the first lesson on module 2 is about transformers. So what is a transformer? So transformer, it is one of the most efficient pieces of electrical apparatus. So usually better than 98.5% efficient. So napakataas na efficiency ng isang transformer, unlike ng mga generator and motors natin. Kasi pag generator and motors, ma-discuss nyo naman yan sa AC machines ninyo, AC machinery. Ma-discuss nyo naman yan doon na kung bakit mababa yung efficiency ng mga generators and motors. Ang isa kasing ano niyan, kung bakit mababa efficiency ng mga motors and generators, kasi meron siyang rotating parts, di ba? Kung matandaan ninyo sa DC machines ninyo, meron niyang may stator at saka rotor. Umiikot yon. Tapos, anong mga, i-recall ko kayo, tanongin ko kayo. Sino nakakalala sa inyo kung ano-ano yung mga losses ng isang DC machine? Let's say, DC generator, anyone. So, basically, meron tayong copper, core, tsaka mechanical losses. Sa transformers, wala tayong mechanical losses. Okay? So, that's why, yung mga transformer natin, since wala yung moving parts, it has no moving parts. Okay? Yung transformer. It has no moving parts. So, since wala moving parts yung transformer mo, efficient yan. Okay? Efficient yung iyong transformer. Kaya siya naging 98.5% efficient or better. Okay? And then, ano yung trabaho ng transformer? So, a transformer transfers electric power from one circuit to another magnetically. And then, so this characteristic or this this characteristic of your transformer enables yung changes sa voltage tsaka sa current output. So, pwede ka mag-step up ng voltage tsaka mag-step down. Okay? So, itong characteristic na ito, so you have your, pwede kang gumawa ng changes on your voltage and output and current output. So, it enabled the development of economically feasible AC systems. So, naging economic yung paggamit natin ng AC systems kasi you can, sabi ko nga doon nakaraan, you can step up the voltage from your generation, di ba? From generation, iangat mo yan yung voltahe o punta sa transmission mo. Mataas yung voltahe dyan, di ba? So, para mababa yung losses. Hindi bababa mo ulit sa distribution, okay? So, para for safety na ng consumers and for final use na sa mga bahay, okay? So, ganyan lang yung, so yan yung trabaho ng transformer. Okay? So while your output voltage values, okay? So yun sabi ko kanina. So while output voltage values may be step up, okay, in this step up transformer. So at your power plants okay? So they can also be step down. So may step down din tayo dito, di ba? Yan sa dulo. So they are step down to values suitable for distribution purposes. So take note, yung green natin dyan is again distribution. Itong part na to, distribution na to. So the first transformation takes place at the distribution substation. So this is your distribution system, distribution substation. Okay, distribution substation. Okay, and then where incoming line transmission lines. So this is your transmission lines. So where incoming transmission line voltages are stepped down. So to primary feeder voltage. So let's say you have 138 kilovolts, and then you step that to 13.8 kilovolts or 13.2 kilovolts. Okay. So and then a second transformation, okay, takes place in here at your distribution transformers. So which is connected to your primary feeders. In this one. So this one is your primary feeders. So connected to your transformer, which steps down your voltage to value suitable for utilization at the consumer's premises. So pag na-step down na yung voltage from 13.2 kilovolts, so step down to 240 volts. So magagamit na natin sa bahay yung kuryente from your power plant. So may step up dito for transmission line, And then we step down para sa distribution. And another step down again for use na natin sa ating mga bahay. Okay. So what are the main parts of a transformer? Okay. So the main parts of a transformer, ayan siya. So kung makita nyo dyan, meron tayong, nasa kaliwa ninyo is a, tawag dyan, single phase overhead transformer. So kung makita nyo, um, yan, meron kang nakalagay dyan, mga high voltage bushing, and with, ito may surge arrestor na nakalagay kagad, parang nakalagay na siya, naka-install na siya kagad dito, arrestor. May bird guard, ito may lifting lugs, ito, lifting lugs yan. Tapos meron ka ditong secondary breaker handle. Tapos itong transformer na to, meron siyang overload light signal. Ayan, umiilaw yan during, kapag may overload. Meron kang ground strap. Ito yung low voltage bushing. So ito yung high voltage bushing. Dito kinakabit yung yung high voltage. So let's say 13, yung 7.62 kilovolts. And then ito yung low voltage. Ito yung 240 volts. Yan nakakonect. Okay. Sa loob, makita niyo dyan sa loob, meron kang core. Okay, may core ka. And then may coils ka dyan. Okay, you have your core and the coils. And then this is the recessed bottom. So sa loob niyan, kung ito kasi is a core type. So sa core. So meron kang core, ayan yung core. And then ito yung iyong windings. So you have your secondary and primary windings. So yan yung main parts ng isang distribution transformer. So meron ka dyan, meron dyan sa ating figure. Okay. So proceed tayo sa different core types. So meron tayong shell type tsaka core type. So yung shell type, ito ganito naman yung itsura ng core ng shell type. Compare natin sa core type. Okay? So we have the shell type and the core type. So sa steel core, okay. Sa shell type, yung steel core natin, ito, yung core na nandito. So yung steel core surrounds the windings. Okay? This one. Ito yung windings natin, yung brown. Yung core natin yung kulay gray. Okay? So the steel core surrounds the windings. So ano magiging effect nun? So ang effect nun, it provides a better magnetic circuit. So ang ano lang dito, the units tend to become larger and heavier. So mas mabigat yung ganito, yung shell type. Okay. And ito yung gantong shell type, ginagamit lang, they are usually restricted to the larger size transformers found in your substations and in underground network units. And they are usually fully phase units. Ibig sabihin, ito kadalasan pag ganito, pag shell type, fully phase units, mga 3-phase transformers ito, yung core type. I mean shell type. Okay? Sa core type, so sa core type, kung mapansinin nyo, yung windings, yun nasusurround sa steel core. Okay? So, ang resulta nito pag ganito, so it results in a more compact, smaller unit. So, hence, they are generally more suitable for the sizes of transformers associated. So they are more suitable for sizes of transformers associated with overhead and radial primary distribution systems. So, ang core type, sabi natin dito, ginagamit on overhead and radial primary distribution systems. So ito yung ginagamit natin for your sa mga overhead natin. So ito kadalasan, so these are almost always single phase units. So yung core type natin is single phase. So kung makita nyo kanina dun sa pinakita kong figure, ito, kaninang slide, ito is a single phase transformer. Kung matandaan ninyo, ito, pinakita ko kanina. Mapansin nyo dyan sa loob, yan yung itsura ng iyong coils tsaka ng core. Okay? Ganito yung itsura niyan. So that is core type. So kapag distribution transformers, tulad nito, ang ginagamit natin is a core type construction. Okay? Yan. So pag shell type, ito yung ginagamit natin for distribution substations. Tsaka yung mga malalaki nating fully phase na mga 3-phase transformers natin. Okay? So ano pa yung mga ano pa yung mga parts ng transformers? So meron din tayong windings. Ano ba yung mga windings? So ano mga design considerations for a winding? So what are the design considerations for a winding? So first, designed yan to have the requisite number of turns, take up the minimum amount of space. Okay, so that's the first design consideration. The next consideration is to sustain the forces set up when large or short circuit currents flow in them. And then allow space for the cooling medium to transfer the heat created to the tank and atmosphere. And last, so it should produce an optimum combination of I squared R losses and IZ impedance drops. So that is IR resistance and IX resistance voltage drops. So ito yung so these are the different design considerations for your windings. So meron tayong apat. And then the next, we discuss the polarity. So the vector relationship between the primary and secondary voltage depend on the way the windings are wound to each other. Okay. So to identify this relationship, so the voltage in the secondary can add to or subtract from the primary voltage. So if they are connected in series, yung mga windings natin. So ito yung figure on the polarity. So meron ka dito additive and subtractive polarity. So if the primary and secondary voltage vectors, as in this figure, are opposite, okay, are opposite directions or are in opposite directions, okay, like this one, they are in opposite directions. So this is said to have additive polarity, okay, and if your vectors are in the same direction, okay, like this one, the transformer is said to have a negative or subtractive polarity. So kapag opposite ang direction ng vectors mo, primary and secondary voltage vectors, so that is additive. Kapag same direction, that is subtractive. Okay? And then since your transformers are connected in parallel with each other or in polyphase banks, minsan kasi pag gusto mo ng three-phase na pag gusto mo ng three-phase na service, ang ginagawa lang natin, meron kang tatlong single phase transformer, pwede mong kabit yun. So, tawag doon is banking. Okay? Banking. So since ganun nga, kinokolect natin siya in parallel and in banks, o ibabank natin siya, banking. So, it is essential for these terminals to be connected so that the proper voltage relationships ensue. So ang polarity marks natin, so meron tayong polarity marks. Okay? So, sa primary, ang nakalagay dyan, meron kang H1, H2, H3, and so on. So, pag H yung nakalagay, that is primary terminals ng iyong transformer. Kapag sa secondary naman, you have your X1, X2, X3, and so on. Okay? So, in these standardized designations, okay? So, the H1 in here, primary, and X1 in the secondary terminals in a transformer having a subtractive polarity will be on the left, okay? When the observer faces the low voltage bushings, okay? So, kapag nasa left, ang H1 tsaka X1, this is subtractive polarity. Pero kapag additive polarity naman, your X1 terminals will be on the right, okay, when the observer faces the low voltage bushing. So ito na sa drawing, ito na sa figure is additive polarity. Kapag subtractive, nasa kabila yung X1. Wala akong picture. Okay. So ang standard na sa distribution transformers, ang sabi diyan, kapag yung voltage is 8,600 volts. Pero above 8,600 volts, subtractive polarity na. Okay? And yung polarity ng transformer nakalagay din sa nameplate ng transformer. Okay? Nakalagay din yan sa nameplate. Wala akong nameplate. Next meeting, magpapakita ko sa inyo ng nameplate ng isang transformer. Okay? So, punta tayo sa mga distribution transformers. Okay. Ano ba ang distribution transformers? So, distribution transformers are used to reduce primary system voltages, which is 2.4 to 34.5 kilovolts, to utilization voltages. So, 120 to 600 volts. So, yan yung ano ng ating distribution transformer. So, they reduce primary voltages to utilization voltages. So, the table na nakita ninyo gives the standard transformer capacity and voltage ratings according to the ANSI standard 57.12.20-1964 for single-phase distribution transformers. So, meron tayo dito sa table, kilovolt amperes, and then yung high voltages and the low voltages. So, kilovolt amperes na single phase, 5, 10, 15, 25, 27.5, 50, 75, 100, 167, 250, 333, 500. Okay? That memorize nyo na yan. Okay, yan, no? Kilovolt amperes. So, we have 5, 10, 15, 25, 37.5, 50, 75, 100, 167, 250, 333, tsaka 500. Okay. Single phase naman na three-phase naman na transformer, we have 30 kilovolt kVA, 45 kVA, 75 kVA, 112.5, 150, 225, 300, tsaka 500. Okay? And then for high voltages, okay, meron tayo dito single phase. Single phase, we have in here yung ating 620 by 13,200Y. Meron din tayo 13,200 GNDY. So grounded Y by 7,620 volts. Ayan. Yan yung gamit natin dito. Sa Manila, ito 19,920 by 34,500 grounded Y. Okay. Yan. So for three-phase, we have 13,200Y by 7,620. Okay. And then for low voltages, ayan, maraming low voltages, we have the 120 by 240 volts. Ayan siya. Ayun. Pag three-phase, meron ka ng 208Y by 120. Sa Manila, nauuso yung 400Y by may nauso sa Manila ngayon na system voltage eh. Yung 400Y by 230 volts. Yan ang nauso sa Manila ngayon gamitin. Okay. The 400Y by 230 volts. Naka-Y yung 400. So, 230 yung single phase niya. Okay. So, ito yung ginagamit ngayon sa Manila. Ito yung sikat na sikat doon ngayon na system, na low voltage ng transformer. So, sa atin, ito, 30,200. Ayan. Sa Manila, ito yung gamitin natin. Ayan. Tapos, for low voltage, we have this one. 240 volts. Ayan. So, ito, 230 volts. So, further information is given by the order in which the voltages are written for low voltage windings. So, to designate a winding, so your mid-top, so kapag meron kang winding na may mid-top, so to designate a winding with a mid-top, so that will provide half the full winding kilovolt ampere rating, so at half full winding voltage. So, ang full winding voltage ang sisulat muna. So, the full winding voltage is written first, followed by a slant. So kung makita nyo dito may slant sa mga quadrant, may mga slant. So the first yung unang nandiyan voltage is the full winding voltage followed by a slant, and then meron ka ng mid-top voltage. Okay. So that will be on the next slide ito. Okay. So meron kang ayan. So for example, meron kang 240 by 120. Okay. So that is used for a three-wire connection. Okay, three-wire connection. And then, so your 120 volts is the mid-top voltage, with your 240 volts is the full winding voltage. Okay. So this winding is appropriate for series, multiple. Okay. Mali. Hindi yan. So ito naman sa taas. Okay. So that is appropriate for series, multiple, or three-wire connections. So it will have the designation of multiple voltage ratings, so followed by a slant and the series voltage rating. So meron ka ditong multiple voltage rating, then meron kang slant, tapos yung series voltage rating. So kapag series, multiple, or three-wire connection, so meron kang 120 by 240. Okay? So yung 240, yan yung series voltage rating. Itong 240. And then yung 120 dito, that is uh, your other voltage rating. Okay? So sabihin ng 120 by 240 na nandito, okay? Tanggalin natin yung ano na yan. Yan. Yung sabihin ng 120 by 240 na yan, na nandito sa dito sa una, okay? So that means your winding is appropriate for either 120 volts multiple connection and for 240 volts series connection. And then for 240 by 120 na 3-wire connection. Okay? So pag series yung connection, kapag series ang connection ng iyong sa winding, ang binibigay na rating niyan 240. Okay? Kapag uh, kapag multiple, okay, multiple connection, 120 volts. Okay? Kapag 3-wire connection, ang binibigay niya is the 240 by 120. 3-wire connection. Ayan. 3-wire connection. Okay? So tulad dito kasunod, cross naman ang gamit niya or yung times, di ba? Yung cross. Kapag cross naman ang gamit natin, so your winding is appropriate for both series and multiple connections. So pero hindi pwede for 3-wire katulad niyan. Okay? So pag cross yan, series or multiple connection lang. Kapag slash na nauna yung mas malaking voltahe, tulad nito, 240 by 120, kapag ganyan, so pwede lang siya for series or 3-wire connection. Kapag nauna yung mas maliit, so that is for series, multiple, or 3-wire connection. So yun yung mga difference ng mga yan. And then, we have others in here. We have your 120 by 208Y, so suitable for delta or Y connection 3-phase. And we have your 12,470 GNDY, so grounded Y by 700,200. So one end of the winding grounded to the tank or brought out through reduced insulation bushing. Okay. So pag 3-phase, ito naman ang mga designations. So ang usual natin dito is this one. Ito. So we have the 12,470 GNDY by 7,200. So Y connection only. Okay. So kapag ganito naman, ayan. So Y connection only with neutral available. Kapag may GNDY, with reduced insulation, neutral available lang. Kapag ganito lang, isa lang, 4160. So this is for delta connection. Kapag 4160Y, o Y connection lang pero wala kang neutral. Okay? And then kapag 2400 by 4160Y, okay, that is suitable for delta or Y connection. Okay? So yan yung mga different distribution transformer voltage ratings. So pag nakakita ka ng mga ganyan, yan yung mga designations niya. Yan yung ibig sabihin yan. Okay. Okay. So we have overhead transformers, di ba? Meron tayong overhead, underground na transformers. So unahin natin yung overhead. So mapansin niyo, ganito yung nakakabit sa mga poste natin. Ganito yung style niya. Yan o, mayroon kang transformer, tapos nakakabit lang sa poste mo. So, ang tawag natin dyan is the direct mounting. Okay? Direct mounting. So, what is direct mounting? So, the overhead type of distribution transformer is mounted directly on a pole. So, you have by means of two lugs. Okay, may dalawa kang lugs. So, that is welded to the transformer tank that engage two bolts on the pole. Okay? So, yan yung direct mounting na tinatawag. So, nakita nyo dyan sa mga poste natin, that is direct mounting. Nakadirekta yan sa poste. So this is in contrast to older methods in which the transformer was bolted to a pair of hanger irons that were hung over a cross arm. Dati kasi nakahang lang siya sa cross arm. Wala akong picture nun. Kung mapakita sa inyo yung gano'n. So, meron kang may cross arm, doon lang nakasabit. Meron ka lang hanger irons. And then nakahang doon sa cross arm. So ngayon, ganito na yung ginagamit natin, direct mounting. Meron pa lang dalawang lugs. And then meron din tayong isang klase ng mounting kapag ano na siya, kapag banking na yung transformer or dalawa yung transformer nakakabit, we have your cluster mounting. Yan, no? Cluster. So, cluster mounting, so if we have more than one transformer required, so we have your power banks or yung mga nakabank na transformers tulad nito, nasa figure. So, the transformer lugs engage studs on a bracket which is bolted, so like a collar. So around the pole, so the units form a cluster around the pole. So kung makita niyo yung figure, sa module nyo din yan. Ayan o. So meron ka tatlong transformer and then naka-bank yan for three-phase service. Okay? So kung makita mo rito, ayan, meron ka cluster bracket, you have your system neutral, surge arresters. So this is for YY connection. Ayan. So meron kang tatlong single phase transformers na nandito. So yung ito yung top view. Yung nasa upper right, that is the top view. Ayan, naka-cluster mounting siya. Ginagamit natin yung cluster mounting again for transformers na naka-banking or meron ka naka-parallel na transformers. Magkaiba yung parallel sa banking, ha? Discuss natin yan next meeting, yung banking tsaka yung paralleling ng transformers. Okay. So kapag kapag mabigat naman yung transformer, kasi minsan, okay, ito, may yung ganito na mounting, hindi lahat ng transformer, hindi lahat ng poste kakayanin yung mabigat na transformer. Kung maalala ko ata yung sa Paleco, hindi sila nagpapapayag na i-direct mounting yung 75 kVA. Para 75 kVA. 75 kVA yan. Hindi nagpapayag yung Paleco na i-direct mounting yung 75 kVA na transformer. Mabigat kasi yon. Okay? So, since mabigat yan, mabigat yung transformers natin, lalo na kung nakabanking yan. Tatlo eh. Mas mabigat. Diba? So, ang ginagawa natin, so if the weight of the load or weight of the transformer or transformers may be too great for that pole, so they are placed on a platform. So, may platform na tayo between two poles or meron kang pad. So, parang ganyan. Oops, nag-end yung slideshow. Bastos. Ayan. Ito, kung makita sa figure, ayan yung mga transformer mo, tatlo. Sa ano to, sa San Pedro to. Okay? So meron kang tatlong transformer, okay? Kasi mabigat man 'yan. Hindi siya pwede for cluster mounting, lalo na to, tatlong 50 kVA. So the rating of this transformer combined is 150 kVA. Add mo lang tatlo. So nakalagay na siya on a pad. So meron ka ng pad. Meron ka ng transformer pad. Yan o. Meron ka ng transformer pad na nakalagay. So yung transformer pad, diyan mo ilagay yung tatlong transformers mo. Tapos nakabank na yan for three-phase service. Kasi ito ay tatlong single phase na transformer. So, binabanking lang yan para sa three-phase. So, next meeting, ma-discuss natin yung different bankings. Pati yung single phase paralleling. Okay? So, meron din tayong pad-mounted transformers. So, ang pad-mounted transformer, ganito yung itsura niyan. Okay? Wala pa ako nakita dito sa Palawan. Baka kayo may nakita na. Pero sure, nakikita ko sa Manila, sa Cebu, meron din. Okay? So, pag ganito, pad-mounted transformers, so, transformers may be mounted on concrete pads at ground level or below ground level, or slightly below, ground level, within an enclosure or compartment that may be locked for protection. So, pag binuksan mo yung transformer na yan, tulad nun sa drawing na to, sa figure na to, okay, pag binuksan mo yan, so makita mo yung terminals na nandiyan sa loob. So, these are energized. Matandaan ninyo, syempre, this is in service. Okay, so, these are energized. So, pag binuksan mo yan, delikado. So, the terminals may be mounted behind an insulating barrier. So, may barrier ka lang. And your connections from the cables made through bayonet type connections. Wala lang akong picture. On insulated elbows which are plugged through these jacks. Okay? To the terminals na nandito. So, ang tawag dito sa units na to is dead front units. And they provide additional safety, additional margin of safety. So, yan yung mga pad mount na transformers natin. Okay. And then, we have your underground transformers. Ayan. Kasi ilalim siya ng lupa, basically, di ba? Underground. So, underground is also called subway type. So, your tank is not only hermetically sealed for water tightness, but its walls, bottom, and cover are made thicker. So, bakit ginawang makapal? So, that's to withstand higher internal and external pressures. So, the cover is bolted to the tank. Okay? And with your intervening gaskets. So, by a relatively large number of bolts. And in some instances, nag-welding pa. So, welding is used. So, yung mga units na nandito, so these units are designed to operate completely submerged in water. Siyempre, di ba, pag bumaha. So, mag-ooperate pa rin yan kahit lubog sa tubig yan. Okay. So, yun yung mga different installations ng transformer. So, meron ka ulit overhead transformers, pad-mounted transformers, tsaka underground transformers. Okay, so proceed tayo on protection ng transformer. So, paano po i-protect ang isang distribution transformer? So, meron tayong two broad classifications for protection ng transformers. Meron kang conventional. So, conventional protective devices are mounted externally to the unit. And we have the completely self-protected or the CSP transformers. So, protection devices are included inside the transformer tank. So, protection is also provided. Okay. So, protection is provided. Okay. So, protection is provided against overload or failure and from voltage surges. So, we have lightning, switching. So, that may damage the insulation. So, meron kang protection for overload or failure. Meron ka rin for voltage surges. Okay. So, for conventional transformers, ayan ang conventional transformers. So, kung makita nyo dyan, so conventional transformers, ito yung transformer mo. Yan o, we have 25 kVA. So, meron ka lang fuse cutout dyan nakalagay. We have your fuse cutouts. So, yan yung silbing protection ng inyong conventional transformers. So, yung fuse cutout, ang trabaho niyan, it separates your transformer. Ito kasi secondary natin, yan o. Ito, yung mga nasa baba na linya. Ito yung neutral. Ito yung primary. So, this is primary, secondary na to. Ito yung primary. Putol na dito eh. Walang primary dumaloy. Last pole na to. So, ito yung primary natin sa kaliwa. Okay? And then, pumasok sa fuse cutout for protection. Bababa dito sa H1. So, okay, meron kang X1. Ayan o. X1. X1. Papunta dun sa secondary. This is the live. X1. X3. Naka sa ground. Sa neutral ng system. Yung X3. X2, wala yan. So X1, X3. And then, ayan na. So ang protection natin for the conventional is yung ating fuse cut out. Okay. So that is in the event of your overload and failures of some components of your transformer. So minsan, meron ding lightning or surge arrestor na nakakabit dito. Pero dito wala. Wala ditong lightning or surge arrestor. Okay. So bakit nilagay ng lightning or surge arrestor? So para maprotektahan against damage to insulation and damage to other parts of your transformer. So that is the conventional transformer. And then we also have the completely self-protected transformer. So nakalagay na rito yung arrestor. Tapos sa loob may ma-protection din. And then kung mapansin ninyo, meron tayong overload signal light. So kasama to sa mga completely sa mga CSP transformers, meron ka ng overload signal light. Meron ka na rin, yan, breaker, sa breaker, okay, arrestor, ayan. So for CSP, in the CSP transformer, so primary fuse is situated within the case. So that is within the case, and because its characteristics are different from those of the external primary fuse, meron ka pa kasing external primary fuse. So ang tawag sa external primary fuse, that is the weak link. Okay. So additional protection from overloads is provided by means of circuit breakers on the secondary side. So meron kang additional protection. So from overloads is by circuit breakers on the secondary side, which coordinate with the weak link or with the weak link. So naka-coordinate yan with your fuse. So coordinate. So dapat coordinated ang mga protections. And meron kang surge arrestor, tulad ng sa figure, that is mounted outside of the tank but it's connected to your primary winding. Ito, yung winding na nandito. So that is connected to your primary terminal. And then, for single phase units on a well-grounded system, so therefore, only one connection is required. Okay? So mayroon din tayo, yung ating single phase system is Y-grounded system tayo. So, only one connection is made to the primary line. So this makes for simpler, neater appearing and more economical mounting of transformers. Isa lang na connection. Yung H1 lang. And then, sabi ko kanina, these units are also equipped with a warning light. Ito yung warning light natin. Umiilaw yan kapag may fault or kapag overload. Ito is overload signal light. So, umiilaw to kapag overloaded yung transformer mo. Okay? So, that is your CSP transformers. And the last, ground. So, sa grounding, so in a grounded Y system employing a common neutral for both the primary and secondary systems, the secondary neutral is connected to the transformer tank. Okay? And the tank grounded. So yung secondary neutral connected sa tank and yung tank is grounded. And then for safety, so a second visible ground conductor is connected between the neutral terminal and the neutral conductor of the secondary mains. Also, similar protection is provided for the ground, level, and pad-mounted transformers. So, surge protection is usually not required for transformers installed underground. So, although exceptions are made where such transformers are installed close to underground risers connected to overhead systems, and surge arrestors may then be installed at the transformer or at the pole or both. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na surge protection. So, usually sa overhead natin i-install yung surge protection. Hindi siya required sa underground. Okay. So, pero pwede naman siyang i-connect to may exemptions nga lang. So, ginagawa din yung exemptions for transformers na naka-install malapit sa mga underground risers. Kasi meron tayong kapag yung underground mo merong overhead system, so doon sa connection, Meron kang riser, underground riser na connect sa overhead system. Pag malapit yung transformer mo doon, okay, naglalagay tayo ng surge arrestor. So kapag malapit sa underground riser, nakaka-connect sa overhead system. Okay? So diyan mo na natatapos yung ating part 1 sa ating module 2. So next meeting, discuss natin to, yung single phase. Okay? So discuss natin sa single phase transformers yung mga tawag yan, yung connection, okay, connection, discuss natin next meeting, connection, nakalagay naman yan doon. Sa modules niyo, you can read in advance. Ito, lahat ng yan nakalagay doon. Single phase transformers, then three phase, mayroon din tayong single phase transformer paralleling. Ano yung mga requirements for paralleling? We also have, we will discuss that also next meeting, three phase transformers. So ano yung mga different connections ng three phase transformers. Okay? And then, solve tayo ng mga test on transformers. And then, yung ating transformer voltage drop. So yan yung ating discussion next meeting. Okay?